Now, listen, you guys, it seems like Billboard has finally gone through all the stages of grief when it comes to Nicki Minaj's career, okay? Now, we're also going to be discussing about the Transformer seemingly clapping back at Kanye West. Now, I do not know if that's not setting herself up. And at the same time, Madla Mini has got a song coming out with Jake Harlow tonight. Same as Jatavia, she also does have new music coming out. But before then, of course, she had to go on Twitter and get into back and forth with random people about Uzi, about herself. And we're also going to be discussing about this entire Karisha interview and why people are saying that she might actually be jealous of Jatavia. Hello, tea lovers, and welcome to the tea blog. I trust you guys are doing well, and I trust you are doing great. Personally, I am doing great. You guys are doing extremely amazing, and I'm very sorry for coming to you late today with the tea. But well, the big story is that I've been doing my own hair. I'm so tender-headed. I don't trust anybody else with my hair because my scalp, yeah, well, especially when it comes to braids. So I've been, silently doing the cross and just hoping nobody's going to ask me to hop on a Zoom call and stuff like that because it was just going to be a mess. But anyway, we made it through. And here I am to serve you the tea. So let us start with Billboard. A couple of days ago, I did a video about Billboard and their silly list about, oh my God, female artists of the 21st century. Nowadays, that's all they specialize in. They don't even care about the charts anymore. They are slacking when it comes to Billboard 200, Billboard Hot 100. They don't care about that. All they care about is to write some biased articles about what one's opinion is, no facts whatsoever, no statistics whatsoever. So they finally released the entire list, and it does seem like when it comes to the female rappers, they have gotten to the stage of acceptance. Soros prayers to their desire of seeing Nicki Minaj's career ending. Because when I tell you that they went through the whole stages, the entire cycle, they went through denial, they went through anger, they would cook up these stories about her and at the same time deny that she's the reigning queen of rap, up to the point where now they've just like, okay, we have accepted you, Onika. Because, well, the list came out, and as expected, Nicki Minaj is the number 16 biggest female artist of the 21st century by Billboard, black and white, and, all genres. And honestly, this is such an amazing thing. I think on top of her, right up above her, there is Billie Eilish. And when it comes to female rappers, she is the highest ranked female rapper. And so, congratulations to Nicki Minaj. Imagine winning to the point where even those that don't like you do not have an option but to give you your rightful flowers. And this is why the Nicki Minaj flowers are always, to me, more meaningful, because we know that these people don't like her, but they've got no option but to give her the flowers that she so deserves. That's how you know that your flowers are based simply on merit and nothing else. Okay, that being said, let us talk about the list in itself. Who else is sitting where? So sitting at on top, I did say that Nicki Minaj is sitting on top. After Nicki Minaj, we have Doja Cat sitting at number 24, and we have the Transformer sitting at number 27. Sitting at number 40 is Missy Elliott. At number 63, we have Bongo 2. At 67, we have Eve. At 70, we have Iggy Azalea. At 92, we have Lil Kim. And this is what I would never understand about people that say that Nicki Minaj is the reason why Lil Kim is not doing well. Because if that was the case, Nicki Minaj would be sitting at number 16 and Lil Kim would be the next, top ranked female rapper. The fact that there are all these other people in between Lil Kim and Nicki Minaj, do you see how wide that gap is? So the narrative that Nicki Minaj is the one that caused chaos towards Lil Kim's career, in my own opinion, I just feel like it's absurd. But anyway, let me know in the comment section what you think about this list. Who do you think should have been there? I didn't see Paprika's. Where's lottery ticket? I want to see where all the Nicki Ops are. Where is Paprika Spice? Where is Lottery Ticket? Where is Dolce? But Dolce, well, let's just say she's kind of new. But Bongo 2 is sitting on top of Lil Kim. Yeah. Oh, it's interesting. But let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this list. Now, still speaking about the female rappers, the next person that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Bongo One, I'm sorry, the Transformer. Now, previously, I did a video about Kanye West going off on the Transformer, basically saying that where is she going to be 10 years from now? She allowed herself to be used by the industry. Basically, Kanye said what everybody else has been saying, that the industry will use you and discard you. However, it does seem like the Transformer had the energy to respond to Kanye. But what I liked about her response is that she knew not to be, oh, ninjas, ninjas, you ninjas, this and that. She didn't do all of that drama that she says she does, because she does know that when it comes to yeah, all edge will break loose. So she was very demure about it. And I was like, where's that energy? You often, pride yourself in being crazy and going off on people. But I'm not seeing this energy with Ye. Why not? Why are you not bringing the same energy that you bring towards other people to Ye? Is it maybe because you know that he probably knows more than we do and he probably has receipts? But anyway, this is the response that the Transformer decided to issue out to Kanye West. She said, 7 years, one album, still being a topic and still being asked about my music. I'm anointed and I have a real fan base. They come and go, but the brim is still here and will stay. I don't know who comes and goes. It's surely not Nicki Minaj. That's one thing that I know. Who comes and goes? Who has who comes and goes? Is this shade towards Bongo too? Because now I'm beginning to think that, well, this may be shade towards Bongo too. Because it surely cannot be about Nicki Minaj. And this is how you know that the Transformer in her head, she does feel like she's Nicki Minaj, because Nicki is the one who can stand here and say that, well, a lot of bees have, been said, to be my replacements, and, a lot of them came and they went away, but I'm still here standing. This line is a line that Onika should be saying, not you, the Transformer, because when did you come? I'm not understanding this. So is she shading Bongo 2? Because also Bongo 2 was said to have replaced her. Kanye did say that Megan replaced Cardi. And so this to me sounds like it's probably directed. I don't know, you guys. Who came and went? But Bongo 2 has gone, yeah. Bongo 2 has left the charts in as far as the female rap is concerned. And this is the ugly part about the industry. Like, they don't waste time. They will move on, okay? They will definitely move on. They will not. If you think that if you're getting the industry push, the light is always going to be on you. No, trust me. If you fail to do what they wanted you to do, they're moving on to the next best thing. And honestly, I don't know if responding to Kanye was the best thing to do, because if it does get back to Kanye, you know that that man is spiraling right now. And I'm sure that he wouldn't mind, dishing out some receipts if he does have them. And we don't want to see anyone being embarrassed at this point. We want to see people focusing on their new careers, their influencing gigs. If they're going to negotiate with Mona Scott to go back on Love and Hip Hop, we want them to do that in peace. We don't want to see any drama with Ye coming back with receipts against people and how the industry was pushing them on. And the reason she doesn't understand that the reason why people come back to talk about her in the album is at some point they were pushing her as a replacement of someone very big, and like you were literally forced down people's throats. So it's only natural that people will follow up and say, okay, what happened to all of that industry support? Where are you now? Where are they now? That entire throwback thing where people are like, where are they? Where are they now? The people who used to be famous or something like that. That's why people come back to you. It's because you had this microwave success that everybody knew that, well, there's something behind the scenes that was actually pushing it. That's why people are asking. They want to see if the industry is able to still support you or if they're done with you. That's it. Not that your music was special or anything like that. I mean, you've seen it with the latest music that you've released. You've seen it. You've seen how the demand is like when it comes to your music. But anyway, I digress. Let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about this entire situation. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, we're going to talk about Harlow and Doja Cat. Now, it is being reported that Doja Cat and Harlow are dropping a song tonight. Now, do I think that the song is probably going to do well on the charts? Absolutely. Yes. It's going to do well. It is Jack Harlow. And allegedly, he has the push, he has the support. And the song is going to be called Just Us, and it's dropping with a music video, I suppose. I mean, there's a picture of Doja Cat with a red number. And you know that when it comes to actually music videos, Doja Cat Matlamini slays, okay, when it comes to the music videos. So let's see how that one is going to be sounding like. I will say that I'm not going to be expecting a lot of lyricism or anything of that sort, but it's probably going to be catchy and it's probably going to do well on the charts. And personally, I just want to see the coexistence between Doja Cat and this new Dochi Rise, seeing that they almost have like a similar sound. Yeah, I'm very curious also when it comes to that. I just want to see what the dynamics are going to be like of two people having the same sound, how people are going to warm up to that. It's just going to be a very interesting year. I think 2025 is actually going to be very interesting, and I love being a spectator in all of these things that are happening in 2025. Did I say 2023 or 2025? Anyway, you heard, you know what I mean. I mean 2025 is going to be interesting, because I've got no dog in any fight that's going to happen in 2025. I'll be a spectator because my favorite is on hiatus. The next thing that we're going to be talking about, it seems like Jatavia is also dropping. Who's rushing me? Jatavia is also going to be dropping a song today. It's called Ren Out. Yeah, I'm also expectant to see how that is going to be sounding like. I did hear a clip and I saw people shaking their behinds to the song. And yeah, the rapping is very city girl coded. Let's see. And people have been saying that JT signed the deal since they spotted her together with Rick Owens' wife. And they were speculating that her career is going to take off from now going forward. So let's see if there's going to be any takeoff. I'm just joking, you guys. You guys know that I don't believe in things that don't have, evidence like that. It's not my vibe. But let's see how this one is going to do. Do I think that it's an extremely extraordinary song? No. But do I think that TikTok is going to eat it up? Absolutely yes. Because it's about a man, you're not just going to shake your behind for nothing. I'm shaking my behind and my hand is out because pass me the money. And you know how people love, stuff like that. I'm trying to get some coins. People love stuff like that. So I could see TikTok eating it up, in my own opinion. I've already seen, snippets of people dancing to the song and doing the challenge, and it's going to be interesting. But just before dropping, of course, JT had to go on Twitter and fight with a lot of people. She was fighting with Lil Uzi fans. A fan tweeted and said that he was the greatest, and she was not having it because she felt like the man was shading Uzi for the change in dressing, and she went off on the guy. And at this point, I don't know. I really don't know. I hope Leslie does not play with this girl, because this girl is out here in the streets fighting any and everybody who has got anything negative to say about him. It would be sad to see that he does not reciprocate that loyalty, because what do you mean? I will be coming for him personally. Like, JT is in the streets fighting the fans, fighting the people, and the people are even using it against her to say, you're so loud about this man. Meanwhile, this man does not even publicly acknowledge you on the internet. Why are you doing that? And she does not care. She goes in hard for her man. I need a husband like that. But anyway, let me know in the comment section, you guys, what you think about that. And the next thing that we're going to be talking about, still talking about the city girls, let us talk about Karisha. She decided to go on Shannon Sharp's, podcast on Club Shay for an interview. And of course, that caused a lot of discussion, with some people feeling like there's a little bit of jealousy that is going on in as far as the city girls are concerned. Now, some people are noticing that each time Jatavia has got something coming out, here comes Karisha promoting nothing. I didn't say that. I saw that on Twitter. And I was like, guys are so mean. What is this? You are so mean to this girl. They said she's not promoting anything. She just goes on a promo run, on a PR run for nothing. Each time JT has got something going on. So I want to know what you think about this, you guys. Do you genuinely think that Karisha, goes on these interviews just to take attention away from Jatavia, or do you think that it's merely a coincidence? Now, whilst she was there, of course, she was asked about the academics beef. Now, for those of you who do not know, Carisha and academics do not see eye to eye at all, to a point where Santana was inviting academics to fight. And academics was crying on his stream. He was crying. The man was crying. He was like, I don't know. Santana said he's gonna come and beat me up. And Santana was like, come, I will fight you. Why are you fighting with my friend? Come and fight a man like me, like myself. How dare you, academics? And it was a whole back and forth that was going on there. And in my entire life, I'd never seen academics pressed like that. I mean, the last time I saw academics pressed to that level is back in the day with the Migos. Yes. Do I look like I was left off bed and bougie? That's the last time that I saw academics praised like that. But anyway, so Karisha decided to get into it, explain everything about the beef. And it's safe to say that very soon we'll be hearing from Big Ack. Okay, very, very soon we will be hearing from him. And I'm pretty sure that he will be addressing that. Academics does not let anything fly when it comes to his name. So hopefully this time he's not going to cry on the stream. I hope Santana will not make him cry this moment. So I will insert what Carisha had to say about that entire situation. And I don't think that I'm actually going to be coming back after that. So that being said, thank you very much, you guys, for watching. And thank you very much for making it this far. If you have not already, what are you waiting for? Smash that subscribe button and do turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified each and every time that I post. And until my next one, see you.
Speaking on women, you got a problem with him? You don't like him?
I mean, I don't have a problem with him. I just feel like as a blogger, I feel like everybody have a job to do. You get what I'm saying? Like, I just was saying it with the Shay Room, the Breakfast Club. Like, this is your job. And it's all about how you speak on the topic. Like, you can say whatever you want to say about me, but you ain't got to call me a bitch. You ain't got to call me a hoe. You could just say, like...
You did all that?
Yes, like, you're done, you're this. It just be so personal. Right. It's just like, I never met you a day in my life. Right. I don't mind you doing your job as a blogger or whatever you are.
Say you don't like my music.
Yeah, you can
start calling me out of my name.
You can criticize me. You can say whatever because everybody have a right to opinion. Right. But when it get personal, like, yeah, I'm so glad you got like, my car got shot up. And he, like...
Damn.
Yeah, like, my car got shot up when I was 6 months pregnant. And when he wrote the story, he was like, I thought you keep it by you. It's like, what's wrong with you? Like, I could have lost my life and my child life. You know what I'm saying? Like, you can talk about the story, but why it's so personal? I never met you. I never saw you in person. Like, why is it so personal? And it's just like, even like as time went by, that was like the first time that I really like noticed who he was, because it was like very hurtful. Like, I was just like, damn, I almost lost my life. And it was something that was just like in my face. And then it was just... As time and time went by, he was just so disrespectful. And I'm just like, well, goddamn, like, everybody got an opinion. I can't put a gun to everybody's head that got an opinion, but it's just like, you just take it so far. Like, it's like, yes. Excuse me? What's the problem? I would love to sit down and talk about it, though.
Would you have him on your podcast?
I would. Because I just want to know, like, what I ever done to you? You can feel the way you feel, but why is it so, like...
Why does it seem so personal?
Why it's so personal? You can tell me right now, like, Miami, you trash. I'm going to ask you, like, what
makes you think that way?
Yeah, or what can I do to do? Like, we going to have that conversation, but it's not like... It's like, oh, my God. You're a man, like...
Quality Control won't release your music. Is it true they won't release your music because... Why do you think that?
I'm not signed to Quality Control.
You're not anymore?
No. I don't know. I just think as an artist, like, I think that, like, we get in our head, like...
Because when you have so much success on that Freshman album,
yes,
everybody be wanting that...
They expect so much more. You get what I'm saying? Like, it becomes so much pressure, like... people really strip you away from your personality. Like they'll love you and big you up for who you are. Like I love Karisha because da 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 da, and then like after a while they take you down for it.
Right.
They don't like you for that reason.
Yeah, you need to evolve. You need to be something.
Right, and then you will get in your head and you just start overthinking the process, and you just like maybe I'm not good enough, and then it just become a whole thing. It's like I'm not gonna say you get insecure, but you just like overthink the process, and it's just like you want to please everybody, but you can't please everybody. And the same reason why they used to love you, they don't love you no more. So it's just like, you know, you start trying to like create new things and come up with new things, and then it's like, this ain't really me, but I'm trying something different. And it's just like, what if I do this and it don't hit? And it's just like, you got to keep going back to the drawing board.
Right. What have you learned about fame?
You got to just keep going no matter what. They love you 1 minute, they hate you 1 minute, but you gotta just keep going. You gotta just stay consistent. You gotta put in the time. You gotta put in the effort. You gotta just go no matter what.
What's the best thing about fame? What's the worst thing about it?
The worst thing about it is no privacy. But the best thing about it is, I'm not gonna lie, like when you go out there sometimes, like last night I went to an event and I'm like, sometimes I feel like, damn, everybody just hate me. Like the whole world just like I'm
you
just
think that?
I get in my mood so I feel like that. Like I just be feeling like, damn, like how I overcome this shit, like how I get to this point. Like I ain't do nothing to nobody, and then it's just like when I get outside, like,
are you reading the internet or people? Because it's hard for me to believe that people that interact with you, that see you, give you the impression that they hate you.
That's where I was going with it. So like on the internet, it's just I feel like, damn, I don't know.
It ain't real, they fake.
And then like last night, so many people stopped me that it kind of like I left in tears a little bit. I'm just like,
yes.
Oh my God, like I really got to get outside. I got to really get out the internet. They was like, keep going, we love you, we here to support you. Like we love you.
And even the haters on the internet, when they see you in person, they want to take a picture, get an autograph.
Yes, but like the love outside last night just gave me that. You know, like the hate just be a little loud sometimes, you know?
Yeah, hate is always louder than the applause.
Yeah.
Is fame what you thought it would be?
Absolutely not.
What did you think it would be?
Lights, camera, action.
You didn't realize that so much came with fame.
It's very like you really gotta put up a persona. Like it's just, this industry, baby.
You won the best podcast. You won it twice. And you're like, hold on, she ain't do but 2 episodes. She ain't been able for this, and I've been blah, blah, blah.
Right. Okay, I'm gonna put it into perspective, right?
Okay.
You see how when Cat Williams came on here and he sunk that motherfucker through the roof, and that was the most talked about. That could get you the best podcast because that was the most talked about episode of the season. You know what I'm saying? Like you brought something new. You brought something different. He came over here and set this motherfucker off like a firecracker.
He did.
So it's just like I feel like at the time my podcast was just different. Like I'm on there, we doing hookah, we playing games. It was just like a whole different vibe. It wasn't just like the regular podcast where it's just audio. It was also visuals. It's also aesthetic. It's also just the style of my interview, like how I was bringing people on, how I was asking the questions. Like I'm just dead ass like, why does person take your car back? Huh?
Right.
That was what everybody was tuned in to now. You know, people moving to something so different. Like they'll be on this today and be on something tomorrow.
Correct.
That was just now and it was in real time. And I just think that's what it was.
They'll be hating, huh?
Yeah.
You going back and forth with Joe Budden. Are y'all cool now?
I really don't. Like he's older. You know, I don't really know him neither. And I just feel like I don't have no problem. I can't beef with men. I'm a woman. You know, like I'm in my 30s. I don't know how old he are. And, that's a man. I ain't got no beef with him.
You mentioned earlier that you were involved with a drive-by while you were pregnant. Were you the intended target, or they were after your baby's father? You're not sure.
I honestly don't know. But it was the craziest experience ever. And I just know that like God is real and God loved me, because there was like, all I know is I was leaving the studio.